What is going on, everybody? Happy New Year's. We have a 5-game NBA slate tonight to kick off the new year. And in this video, I'll be going through some of my top player prop picks for these games tonight. A little bit later upload than I normally do. I was typically posting my NBA videos around like 3 o'clock Eastern time. This is going to be the new normal time moving forward. So if you subscribe to this channel with notifications on, you'll get an NBA video from me either around like 5, 6 p.m. Eastern time every single day, at least 4 days a week, very rarely on weekends. But this is going to be a new normal for me. I've been trying to figure out ways to get more video content out to you guys, but obviously I work full time and do a bunch of other stuff too. So this time slot is going to be the optimal time slot for me to get these videos out to you. I know a lot of you guys appreciate it, especially if you are not a VIP. You want more picks from me. So if you want to become a VIP, you get these picks way earlier on in the day. I actually posted all these plays around like 11 a.m., I think. A lot of these lines have moved that I'm going to talk about in this video. A couple of them haven't, but you'll notice there's a bunch of them here where you're not going to be able to get the same line that I posted for the VIPs earlier today. So that's a benefit of becoming a VIP. If you use the QR code up in the corner there, that gives you a 3-day free trial to my VIP service over on OddsShopper Tails. Also gives you a special role in the Discord server. And, I post a lot of written content there. It's a lot more one-on-one access to me, a lot more educational stuff too. So that's the benefit of becoming a VIP. But if you don't want to become a VIP and you want to rely just on these YouTube videos, totally fine. At least come join the Discord server. The link to join is in the pinned comment below. You don't need to be a VIP to be in the Discord. And it's a really open place. I do post a lot of free content in there too. So join on in, be an active member of the community, or become a VIP if you want to see all of my plays. The website that I'm showing here on my screen, it is outlier.bet. This is the #1 research tool out there when it comes to finding profitable sports betting picks. It's honestly the only tool that I use for NBA and WNBA and some of these other sports too. So like I said, if you want a 7-day free trial for Outlier, there's a link in the description below where you can get just that. All right, let's get into plays here. Some of these lines have moved. Actually, I think most of them have moved at this point because of some injuries that popped up, but I'll run through them anyways. I'm just going to start off on the first game. Just kind of want to touch on it quick. This is a parlay filler, but this is a 6 o'clock start, and by the time I upload this, it's probably going to be around like 5:35 or so. So kind of a short time period here, but Jabari Smith over 11.5 points. He's gone over this number 17 out of 18 away games this year, and it's a great matchup against the Nets. So that's one parlay filler in the early game. The rest of the plays are in the later games, so we'll go just in the time that they start. First one is Joel Embiid over 37.5 ERA. You can still get 37.5 on all the books. The reasoning for this one, I know if you're looking at this chart here for this year, he's only gone over 3 out of 14 times, so why am I taking this over? It's simple. So if I filter for games with Embiid, with Paul George, and with Maxey over the last 2 seasons, so we look at the 20-game sample size, and then filter for just away games, he averages 43.9 PRA per game on the road with these guys active in the last 2 seasons, going over this number 9 out of 11 times, never going below 36. So really good floor for him. There is a ceiling there. Had 52 the other day in the overtime. I think it was an overtime. In the win against Memphis, maybe it wasn't overtime. But yeah, it wasn't overtime. Yeah, so he had 52 the other day, but he was smashing that number either way, even without the overtime. So good spot for Embiid. I'm going back to it tonight. I was on it the other day. He's going to be up against Anthony Davis, but that doesn't scare me in the slightest. The opportunity is certainly there for him to go over this PRA number. Now, that's one of the ones that haven't moved. I think there may be only like 1 or 2 that haven't moved too. But anyways, we're going to go with Kada on Boston under 19.5 PRA on the next one. We've been getting this number at like 20.5 lately. This 19.5 number is going to be a little tough to find. Actually, you can still get 20.5. So it actually moved back to the 20.5 for it, which is good. But anyways, I've loved this prop all year, basically. He's gone under this number in 21 out of 30 games this year. And if I just filter for road games, it is 13 out of 16 road games. He's not really the type to really have a big blow-up spot other than that one game where he had 19 points and 18 rebounds against Minnesota. But you see here, most of the games he hovers between like 15 and 19 or so. So this 20.5, just a tick too high, even though he starts, but but he only plays about 28 minutes too, so he's not going to be on the floor an absolute ton. So Kata, 20.5, solid number. It's actually going against the 19.5 that I got earlier today, but the 20.5 is perfectly fine with me. Next play in the same game, same team. It is Derek White over 15.5 field goal attempts, only on Underdog Fantasy. But this has been a prop that we've been on for a bit. I've actually been on his 14.5, and now they've bumped it up to 15.5. Quite honestly, I don't see how there's a correlation between home and road splits and how many times the guy shoots the ball, but honestly, it's been working for us. So we might as well keep going. He's gone over this number 12 out of 16 away games this year for the Celtics. He's a guy where he'll shoot a lot, and if you're betting his over on points, you'll get pissed because he'll miss a lot. So I'm just gonna go with the volume and the field goal attempts. But like I said, only on Underdog Fantasy currently. Moving over to my next bet, this is one that the line has certainly moved a bit because of some injuries. So when I made this play this morning, Kyle Filipowski over 26.5 PRA. Marketing and Keontae George were both still in. They are both ruled out. But mainly the reason I was on this is because of the splits with Nurkic off the floor. There's been 3 games without Nurkic. Filipowski averaging 35 PRA, going over all 3 games, playing 35 minutes a game or so. I mean, with no Marketing, with no George, like I think they only have like 8 healthy bodies tonight. Like Filipowski's going to play probably near like 37, 38 minutes tonight. So 26.5, way too low. It's an alternate line at this point. The line moved up to 30.5. I think that number is still too low. I'm not going to bet 30.5 because I have such a good number on 26.5, but I think this is a fine bet. Even though it's a tough matchup against the Clippers, they're going to get blown out, but there's simply no one else to be out there for the Jazz tonight. Another play in this game that I'm on is James Harden under 5.5 rebounds. It's getting a little bit juiced more to the under. It was closer to a pick'em this morning when I bet this, but basically he's gone under this number in 11 straight games. And if I filter for games with Kawhi Leonard this year, he's gone under this number in 16 out of 21 games. Like I said, 11 straight in a row. Solid prop for James Harden to go under, especially if this game does turn into a blowout where he doesn't play the fourth quarter or something. Yeah, we're just gonna go back to this one, and the minus 145 on Hard Rock's a solid line. I wouldn't make it on Underdog Fantasy. It's just not worth it. So bet this over on like Hard Rock or DraftKings or something tonight, just as a straight. Something I did want to touch on. I think I already talked about all the plays that I'm on today, but there's one that I do like as like a potential middle opportunity. I don't even know if the number is the same anymore. Yeah, it is. It's actually moved a bit. Dang. But it was Kawhi Leonard under 22.5 first half PRA. It's 21.5 now. He's gone under this number in 18 out of 22 games, so that's what you're getting on Underdog Fantasy. But then PrizePicks has the number at 20.5, where it's not as strong. Honestly, I bet this at under 22.5, just on like one thing on the side. I didn't post it for anyone. But the 21.5 is okay too. So if you want to have a first half prop over an Underdog Fantasy, this Kawhi Leonard under's solid, but I mean he's been balling. Like he's been playing so well, but I like looking at the large sample size. I throw away just a couple outlier performances here where he's been hot. He'll probably come back down to earth. Might be tonight, might not be tonight, but he will get down to hit this 17.9 average at some point pretty soon. So that is going to wrap up the video today. Like I said, this is going to be the new upload time around 6 p.m. Eastern time every day. So remember, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. If you don't want to miss my plays, like if you don't want to watch a video or something, become a VIP. You can get a 3-day free trial by using the link in the description below or just by using the QR code up in the corner of this video. But I'll see you guys in the Discord later on tonight. Best of luck on your bets today, and thanks for watching, everybody.